Michael Beale has had his heart broken as he is relieved of his duties as Rangers manager. And speaking of hearts, how will this affect the Jambos as they are just 5 weeks away from a big Scottish League Cup semi-final showdown against Rangers at Hampden? Welcome back, guys, to Son of Scotland TV. The news is out there. It is official. Michael Beale has been sacked as Rangers manager after only 10 months in charge at the club. He is no longer the head coach. He is gone. He is done. He is out. He is finished. Michael Beale is no longer in charge. And is it the correct decision from a Rangers standpoint? Probably. It's been poor for Michael Beale. There's a number of reasons you can list. Poor league form, poor performances on the pitch, poor transfer market, poor European run against PS. I say run. They got knocked out in the first tie they entered, but still, look, they got embarrassed by PSV. Football shite, 7 points behind Celtic, 3 defeats out of their opening 7 games. Look, there's so many reasons you can point to as to why Michael Beale deserved to get sacked as Rangers manager. Is it harsh? Maybe, but the writing was on the wall, and based on what's happened this season, I think he does deserve to go. Now, Michael Beale will argue he deserves a few more games. He certainly wanted at least a few more games to prove himself, and I wanted the exact same thing, funnily enough, because like I said at the start of the video, Rangers are set to play Hearts in the Scottish League Cup semi-final. The winner of that tie obviously will move into the final and will have a really good opportunity to bring home some silverware this season, and I would just much rather play against a Michael Beale's Rangers side than whoever they're going to appoint as the new manager, because I just think under Michael Beale, obviously we've seen it's not working. They're not playing good, they're vulnerable, they're playing pish, to be honest, and I think we'd have a good chance of beating them despite us also playing poorly. However, with the new manager coming in straight away, even if the new manager's not great, you always get that manager bounce. So I do expect Rangers to improve. I expect Rangers to be a different animal over the next few games. Even with Stephen Davis being the interim manager, I still expect Rangers to improve a hell of a lot over the performances we've seen lately. Even if Stephen Davis is the manager for the Scottish League Cup semi-final, I personally don't know if I'd like that or not. I don't think it's a good situation. I wish they'd bring back Beale or at least keep him to Christmas, because going into this League Cup, man, Rangers are going to have to win this. Whoever the new manager is, obviously there's pressure on him, but the new Rangers manager is going to come in to this club and he's going to know that he has to win that trophy. He's coming in, he's entering at the semi-final stage with no Celtic in the competition. The pressure is going to be absolutely immense. This guy will have to win this Scottish League Cup, and it doesn't bode well, the fact that we're playing Rangers. I'm a bit gutted about this, not going to lie. I would have much rather Hearts had been playing Michael Beale's Rangers than whoever is going to be the manager when that game comes around. I think the time is poor, very poor for Hearts perspective, and I think we play Rangers as well at the first game back. Is it the first game or second game back after the international break? So we're going to play Rangers, and then I think it's 2 weeks later we play them in the Cup. So we're getting Rangers twice in the next month here, and it's just bad timing. I would have much rather had played a Michael Beale's Rangers than whoever they bring in, because you've seen it with Michael Beale, the bounce that Rangers got. It always happens. So yeah, disappointed to see him go from that perspective. As for Michael Beale himself, not got a lot of positive things or negative things to say about him. I mean, I don't really care about Michael Beale. I never like to see anyone get sacked, but I mean, that is how football works. You know, these guys are privileged to be football managers. They've got a great job. They have a job that everybody in the world would, die to get. We would all love to be a football manager, especially of our favourite clubs. So I mean, and these guys have been paid well, so I'm not gonna feel sympathy for Michael Beale, but I do think it could have been different. And I think you've got to look back at that Old Firm game, the one that Rangers were expected to win this season. How would the season have panned out if Rangers beat Celtic that day? I think that's where it all went wrong for Rangers and Michael Beale. When they lost that game, I think that's when the fans turned on him. Even though they just lost to Kilmarnock and they just lost to PSV and got humiliated in the Champions League qualifiers, I think the Rangers fans were still okay, because they thought, we're going to smash Celtic anyway and we're going to go above them in the league and everyone's going to be okay. But it turns out it wasn't okay. Rangers lost that, and then since then, Celtic have began to just get win after win after win domestically, and Rangers are stuttering. So yeah, Michael Beale, probably the correct decision to go, but I'm a bit gutted that it will affect the semi-final showdown against Hearts. Still think we can do it. Can't wait for the semi-final. But it's going to be harder now, obviously. It's going to be much harder because whoever comes in at Rangers will have to win that cup. And, you know, it's not really a situation that we want to be in. But whatever, guys. We'll just have to deal with it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Bad timing for sure. But I'm looking forward to the cup semi-final. Big chance for us to get into a final. And it's going to be difficult. But we'd probably have to beat Rangers anyway, so I'd rather do it. I mean, the ideal thing for us is to beat Rangers in the semis and then get Hibs in the final. That'd be quality. As long as we win, we have to win. If we get Hibs in the final and lose, fuck that shit. Anyway, that's it, guys. Catch you in the next one. Until then, rest in peace, Michael Beale's Rangers career.